In the beginning, Dropbox was confident in the cloud.
There are 2 billion people connected to the internet. We've only reached a tiny fraction.
And obsessed with unleashing the world's creative energy. Can this stock unleash returns in your portfolio?
While we're out here in San Francisco, let's check back in with a high-quality enterprise software company that, for some reason, kind of unfathomable, hasn't been able to keep up with the recent rally in the group. I'm talking about Dropbox, the online storage and digital collaboration platform. Here's a company that's been doing very well with a terrific subscription-based business model, but the stock ran up dramatically going into the latest quarter. And then it sold off hard when the numbers were merely excellent, not insanely excellent. Since then, Dropbox has drifted lower, and I think this could be a terrific buying opportunity. Earlier today, we got a chance to speak with Drew Houston. He's the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of a very exciting company we all know, Dropbox, at Dreamforce. Take a look. Drew, we met each other 5 years ago. You were a smallish private company. Now you're public, you're big. Give us the journey.
Yeah, it's been busy. So a lot has happened in the last 5 years. So when we last talked, I remember watching that we were 100 million registered users.
That's
now
right.
we're 500. Now we're a public company. So it's been quite a ride.
Now, when you talk about that 100 million to 500 million, that is kind of a bottoms-up approach to what is basically a corporate world. How will that work versus the IT people telling us you can't use Dropbox, you got to use Microsoft?
Well, it starts with building a product that people love. And then since the beginning, we have found that our customers would start using Dropbox at home, and then they bring it into work. And then they realize they can use it with their team, and then the team becomes a department, becomes the entire company. And so that's how we've reached that kind of scale of hundreds of millions of registered users. And that's how we've reached millions of businesses, more and more of whom have become paying customers.
Well, so walk people through that particular transition, because I think people are always saying, well, hold on, are they converting enough people to paid in order to be able to make enough money for the shareholders?
Well, these are people who are using Dropbox at work for work. And so they expect to pay for software. They need more visibility and control. They need the business features that we offer. And so we see ourselves as moving everyone along a journey from free use to maybe buying an individual subscription and then getting the business version of Dropbox.
When I hear some people say, well, why did the stock come down? And you know we've been huge supporters. They'll say, you know, Jim, it's too consumer-oriented. To me, that's what I heard about the first trillion-dollar company, Apple. Is there anything wrong with being too consumer-oriented?
Well, we just see ourselves as solving important problems, and we have individuals as customers, like people, humans as customers, and we have businesses as customers. And we focus on solving important problems. And then we found that with that foundation, then you can build a business. And we find that the scale and the virality, we're basically taking the consumer internet playbook and applying it to business software.
Now, when I met you, I said, he's a rebel. I don't know if a rebel will ever be able to go and meet Wall Street's expectations. You seem to have been able to gravitate okay between both worlds.
Yeah, we found that it's been, going public was, it was a great experience. The team was really proud of the progress we've made. The reception has been really good. Yeah, we got a couple quarters under our belt as a public company, so life's been good.
We've been saying that one of the things that's wrong about Wall Street is they don't want to see companies invest. They need instant results now, but don't invest in the future. Are you able to straddle short-term and long-term?
Well, one of our advantages is we have a really stable business, and we're solving a universal problem. So every team and every company has content and needs to collaborate around it, and more they're choosing Dropbox as the place where they do that and where their teams go to work. So investors appreciate the opportunity and the sustainable business model, and so we've just been scaling it up.
I've been using average revenue per user growth as a good indication of how well you're doing. Is that a good metric?
Yeah, our business is fundamentally pretty simple. We have paying subscribers and then average revenue per user, average revenue per subscriber. Both are important levers for us. So on the average revenue front, we've been able to attach people to higher and higher tier plans as we create more value. And then we're always interested in growing our subscriber base.
We've been talking a lot about partnerships, which ones are shams and which ones are for real. Give me a partnership example that has really helped your company and the other side.
Sure. Well, we partner with a lot of great companies, and Microsoft and Google are a couple examples of us partnering with the Office suites and making sure Dropbox can help you tie together all the different ecosystems you're using. And we're here on the floor of Dreamforce, and so Salesforce has been a great partner to us and an investor in the IPO, and there's a lot more that we'll be doing together.
I like the fact that your company has always been open to what the user wants. Again, like Salesforce. Talk to me about design for users, what it means.
Sure. Well, we just look at your moment-to-moment experience at work. And then when we think about, well, what we focus on is we call it designing a more enlightened way of working, because we find that technology, while it does a lot of great things, it can be very distracting and overwhelming. And so we think about how do we build smarter tools that create a calmer and more focused working environment? How do we help tie together all the different ecosystems and tools that we're using and make things simpler? And we think that these are problems that everyone has, and we are able to help people make a lot of progress and making life easier.
Well, what do you do? Microsoft has gotten very aggressive. They started an initiative in February, which basically said, all right, you know what we're going to do? We're going to give OneDrive away. The Colossus woke up. How do you respond to that?
Well, of course, folks, we have competition. Although we've had competition in the beginning. It's not like they woke up yesterday and had competitors. So this has been going on for 7-8 years, really most of our existence. And people love Dropbox, and they love the fact that they love the user experience, that it's easy, it just works, anyone can use it, and they love the fact that it's not tied to any one platform. So Dropbox works equally well, whether you're on Windows or Mac or iPhone or Android.
How are you seeing gross margins after somebody like Microsoft comes in and is aggressive?
Well, if anything, they're going up. So if you look at historically. Well, what we realized that, I think a big misunderstanding is that people thought that people are buying storage.
Right.
When really, 80% of our customers, or 80% of our subscribers, more than that, are using Dropbox at work. And they're really buying sharing and collaboration and the ability to work better with other people.
But you know what I think why that is, and it's distracted me too. It's the sheer number of pieces of content.
Yeah.
And I got caught up with that, and I said, well, wait a second, maybe that's how to measure, but it's not the right way.
Well, we certainly look at the amount of content on the platform. And that matters to us because our scale is a big advantage. Okay. And every important workflow in a business revolves around content in some way. And so certainly people are sharing files, but often what they're doing is, you think of something like CRM, that revolves around content, because you're sending collateral to your prospects, you're getting signed contracts back, and so that experience around collaborating around content and all the integrations we have around it are really important. They're part of the stickiness of our platform.
All right, 5 years ago, last line of inquiry, but I think it's really important, we would not have spoken about artificial intelligence. Yeah. I think that's the next leapfrog for you guys. Tell us how it works.
It's really exciting. So I think, for me, the way I think about artificial intelligence is it's going to allow us to offload a lot more busy work to computers, right? So artificial intelligence will help us assist things or automate things that we have to do manually. And I think of it as imagine if you had a smart AI co-pilot next to you, helping you plan your day, helping you surface what's really important. And so I think it's going to free us up to do a lot more fulfilling work. And
though you often use the term machine learning, same.
They're roughly similar. We actually call it machine intelligence.
Oh, thank you. Yes. Thank you. That means our viewers will know what you're talking about.
So having a smarter computer, smarter tools.
Well, I got to tell you, Drew, congratulations on all of your success over the last 5 years and before that and in the future. That's Drew House. He's co-founder and CEO, Dropbox, DBX, and you know how much we like this stock. Stay with Cramer. Booyah! Jim Cramer here from Mad Money. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube. Click here to subscribe and get the jump on my exclusives with CEOs, plus market news, investing advice, and a whole lot more.